When he first wowed the Democratic National Convention in 2004, everyone said he was great, but he was just too new. Then when he won over 300 electoral votes on November 4th, 2008, it seemed as if it was just too true. There was no way any of his ideas would work because to them, they seemed too crazy. And no way would he work hard because as a black man, he knows they think we are all too lazy. So they handed him the keys to an office with a financial crisis and the bills from 2 wars. And when he started to take one step forward, the Republicans kept trying to push him back 2 more. He wanted everyone in this country to have access to affordable health care, but I guess that was just too drastic. So they dug in their heels, fought like never before, and were acting too stubborn to pass it. And that's funny, because I never heard anyone fight against Bush's tax cuts for the wealthy and say, nah, I'm just too wealthy. But it seems like all of a sudden they were telling everyone, no, it's okay, you don't need health insurance, you're a little too healthy. So they sent out Mitt Romney. I guess he was their example of the best way to lose it, telling lie after lie and then another lie on top of the lie, like the American public was just that stupid. He said he didn't care about the 47% and said, nah, it was taken out of context, like we didn't know that was the definition of too phony. It says birds of a feather flock together. Hey, Paul Ryan, we looking at you too, homie. Now, the best they could say was he didn't create jobs and he was a little too liberal. But you see, what Mitch McConnell said his #1 job was to make him a 1-term president. I guess I took that a bit too literal. So if I stood here with my fist up and said, Mr. McConnell, in that one sentence, you made yourself sound too ignorant, then I guess I'd be accused of being one of those Negroes who's a little too militant. We lost our voice for justice after Obama was elected and became way too complacent. But we revived our civil rights heritage the closer we got to the election, and the fraudulence was just way too blatant. I got tired of watching false ads about my president making false facts in a way that was just too dishonest. And since he flip-flopped and changed his positions daily, I kind of wondered, was he running against 2 Mitt Romneys? They even tried to suppress our vote in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Florida with new laws that created lines that were just way too long. But we survived the Middle Passage, slavery, being considered 3/5 of a man, Jim Crow, the death of Martin and Malcolm, Medgar Evers, and Emmett Till. So when it comes to waiting, don't ever question if we're not too strong. We will never give up, and trust us, we'll never forget how the hate and lies you spewed from your mouth came just way too smooth. And I know you've been fighting every bill and even take the economy, hoping that would be the way for him to lose. They blocked every attempt at progress, and instead of working together, they spent all the energy on finding ways to attack. They spent 4 years saying it was too Muslim, too socialist, too nice to the poor, too nice to the Middle East, too soft on terrorism, and just a little too relaxed. And all of a sudden, they needed to win America back and acted like a finger in his face and calling him a liar was the best way to react. But let's be honest, a lot of people got upset because they felt the White House had become too black. So I'm sorry if my president is too much melanin, but for 4 years, we put up with all the underhanded racist games you tried to play. But now there's nothing you can do and nothing left for you to say. So I'm sorry, Rush Limbaugh, Donald Trump, Ann Coulter, Bill O'Reilly, John Boehner, Jan Brewer, the entire Tea Party movement, Fox News, Joe Wilson, and Karl Rove. But there's only one thing you have to learn, that the only thing you can call President Barack Obama now is 2 terms.
Come on, you can do better than that. Somebody say 2 terms. Hallelujah. Praise